Well, hello, and it's almost 2021. Do you have any plans? Do you have any goals set for yourself for school or for home? I usually like to set some goals. I'm not a big New Year's resolution person, but I do like to set some years. I always do my business plan in October or November. Of course, this year was a little tricky because we don't really have any idea what's facing us in 2021. We're hoping and believing that things will, once we're vaccinated, will start to improve and we can start to establish what our new normal is going to be. But it can be difficult in times like we've been going through lately to make long-term plans. And yet, it is a good idea to have a goal in mind, something that you're striving for, something that you're working for. It helps to keep you focused and balanced and kind of tethered in reality. So, I've been doing life coaching for more than 20 years. And one of the exercises that I put everybody through is to establish 3 to 5 goals for the next year that we work together, or in this case, for the year 2021, and to decide, what are 3 to 5 areas of life, or you can put all 3 to 5 goals in one area of your life if you choose to. And then you're going to create some action plans from that. So you might have one academic goal, you might have one personal development or spiritual development goal, and maybe a financial goal or a health goal or a relationship goal. And then when you decide what your goal is, you want to make it a statement that you're going to know when you've achieved it or not. So we talk about SMART goals that are specific and measurable and attainable and realistic and timed. And I'm sure that many of you have already heard that acronym. But sometimes it's the specific piece that can catch us off guard. And anytime we're working with a goal, we want it to be really super specific so that we can look at it or we can know that we've actually achieved it. And of course, the measurement part, you want to know when you've achieved it or when you have succeeded in arriving at your goal. But we use the measurable so we know when we're making progress and when we're getting closer to the goal. The two of attainable and realistic, I always put together because attainable means that I can do it, but realistic is, am I going to? And we can often have goals that, yeah, I'm capable of it. But when it comes right down to it, am I going to make the choices that I need to make so that I'm realistically going to achieve it? And then, of course, we break it down by time so that we can check in and see how we're doing with our progress. So you might have a 3 month goal, a 6 month goal, and a 9 month goal. And then that last 3 months of the year is kind of when you make sure that you've finally achieved it. When we talk about the action plan, we simply take the goal and we break it down into those steps that need to be done in order to achieve the success that we're looking for. So even though this is perhaps a secular message of midweek hope, um, all of this can be tied to your spiritual growth and goals that you have with your spiritual life in mind, or your professional goals that you want in keeping with God's purpose for your life. So even though it's a little bit different than some of the things I often speak to you about, I think it's practical and it's often a good way to start the year so that we're focused and we're putting all of our time and effort and energy into things that will get us where we want to go according to God's will. Have a great week.